How you guys doing? This video is awesome. It's one of those videos that really makes you realize why you coach and what you hope to accomplish through coaching. Um, what I thought was best about this video was how the kid's parents, mom, did not even know of her kid's actions because he had felt that it was just something that he should do. It's not something that should be celebrated. It kind of ties in with the forum we had before, in which we said you do things without expecting anything in return. The last act of sportsmanship I've seen, and I hate to say it's like a year ago, but I'm sure there's other acts that have occurred, but one that always stands out to me is I was coaching this kind of like an all-star team. I was an assistant for a team down in San Diego, and this team had arguably the most talented group of field players out of every other team competing. And this was a San Diego region team competing against LA teams, Northern California teams, Hawaii teams. And it was this San Diego team that had an incredibly talented talented group of kids, and their goalie was not on the same level experience-wise. And with an experienced goalie, this team would have won first and would have been the most dominant team out there. But with this younger goalie, less experienced goalie, they were definitely not going to do that. And what stood out to me most was this group of guys who had competed and won CIF, and they've competed for national championships and whatnot. Instead of letting this younger goalie feel like he was their weak point, they rallied behind him, and they supported him, they embraced him, they played twice as hard for him. And the first few games, you could tell he would get rattled, and they wouldn't turn around once and say anything. They would support him. They say, "You got the next one." And it's unique because in a high school and middle school age group kids, there's always moments in which at one point they may show some frustration that can, ruin the confidence of another player. And these guys didn't do that. They rallied behind this guy. They supported him to where they ended up winning third place in a very tough tournament. And this guy ended up being the backbone. By the last game, by the sixth game, he was making blocks that no other goalie was. And I thought it was a great act of sportsmanship in which they rallied behind him. They supported him completely. Not once did they critique him. All they did was build him up to where this kid is actually confident enough to try to compete at the next level. And I believe it all started with this group of kids making him believe that he could play. And so that was a great moment of sportsmanship for me, in which these group of kids, because they were kids, young adults, they demonstrated compassion, and they understood that for the greater goal they were going to have to believe each other.